Hello, welcome to Toffee TV. This is the Sunday supplement. West Ham United 1, Everton nil at Goodison Park from Friday night. Uh, I mean, it was just one of those games where David Moyes done a David Moyes, which we're so used to him doing previously with us. Two other teams set up well, defensively set up, hard to break down, and ultimately we don't move the ball quick enough. So because you don't move the ball quick enough, it allows the other team, West Ham in this case, to be able to set back up, get their shape back very quickly. If they lose the ball, they can just reset and basically park the bus, which I thought they did, and I thought they did it to good effect. But I suppose we'll start off with the starting lineup: Pickford in goals. Then we had Seamus Coleman back at right back, Yerry Mina, Mason Holgate, Michael Keane missing out on this one, which you could understand. He's played a lot of games, and ultimately probably fatigue at this point was halting his game in terms of playing this one. I wouldn't have said I firmly believe if he came in and played, he would have done okay alongside Jerry Mina. It was that type of game. Ben Godfrey at left back again. Not his best performance, but then again, not his worst. Uh, Look, it's hard for him to come in that position and show what he's capable of doing every single week. It's not his natural position. He's playing on his bad foot all the time. I think Richarlison's missing a lot going the other way because of Godfrey's, I suppose, position and not being a natural left back or even a natural left footer, because it slows us down a little because he always needs to check back in on his right foot, and doesn't necessarily overlap. So I think once we get Lucas Dean back, it's gonna make a world of difference. Tom Davis, Decore, and Gylfi Sigurdsson in midfield. Tom Davis went back to the Tom Davis of old. Gylfi Sigurdsson went back to the Gylfi Sigurdsson of old as well. Everton looked like the Everton of old. Bernard came in for Iwobi, Richarlison, and Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Again, Bernard showing and looking like the Bernard of old as well. So and Richarlison was just non-existent. Dom got no service. I'm not sitting here moaning. It was our first bad game in a long time, or in about a month, I'd say. But we were due one. Let's be honest. We couldn't believe going into December the results that we were getting. Chelsea, Leicester, Arsenal. I don't think we could have believed that we were going to beat all those teams going into that period. God knows what would have happened against City. You just never know which Everton will turn up. But from watching this game, I think it's evident that we need players in, and we need better quality players in, whether it's just for squad players or whatever, because a lot of these players aren't up to what we need them to be and up to the level we need them to be. Now, credit to West Ham and credit to David Moyes for what he set up, and ultimately frustrated us and left us with not a whole lot to shout about. Let's be honest. I mean, Tom Davis just looked so slow in there, and I hate bashing him because he had done well in recent games, but he was doing the basics right. He's gone back to looking like stuck in the mud Tom Davis, who could barely sprint. Don't know what the story is. Whereas you have Declan Rice running around, zipping around the other side of midfield, and I'm pretty sure they're the same age. But Tom Davis runs around like a 40-year-old. Rice runs around like a spring chicken. What's the story there? I don't know. Decore, I mean, he's not really done anything wrong. He's actually probably been our best player in recent games, to be honest. He does everything right going back and going forward. I can't fault him at the moment. Not that I'm looking for faults in players, but you know what I mean. It's tough when we see us getting results against teams, but we had been playing similar to West Ham against those teams that we were, I suppose, underdogs against, and that's probably when we play our best, when we're underdogs and not expect to be the team that, when we don't have that win expectation on us, which will start coming because with Ancelotti as our manager, with the money there and the players that we're bringing in, that's going to have to change at some point, and we're going to have to change the expectations of wanting to win every single week soon. And that's going to be when we start bringing in the level of players who we know can come in and perform to a level of the players that are starting as well. Obviously, Richarlison came back from being concussed and stuff like that. I felt like he was a loss. Iwobi, I've actually felt like it was a loss as well. I think it kind of shows what he does bring to us. And at the start of the season, you told me Alex Iwobi was someone who we would be missing out on. I'd have laughed in your face. But it goes to show how well Carlos coached him and how well he's done. But he wasn't there ultimately, I'm not going to go into the whole game. Obviously, Suchek gets their goal, and he was the man that everyone needed to be fearful of. But they just looked so lethargic in everything we did. Obviously, he brought on subs then in the second half. Andre Gomez, who tried to get us further up the pitch and stuff like that. I thought he did okay. Wasn't amazing. Wasn't great, but he wasn't dreadful. I mean, he was okay, wasn't he? He was okay. James came on, looked very rusty. It seems as though he's going to need a couple of games to get back up to speed again. But I just thought it was an awful performance. But I didn't think anyone had a majorly great game. Cenk Tosin came on for Dom as well. Dom just looked tired. Can't really say too much bad things about him. I feel as though he's given us his all the first half of the season. Hopefully he can get back after a rest now and hit the ground running again, because Cenk Tosin is just awful. It begs the question why we let Moise Keane go out on loan. Obviously he's doing well at the moment, but it baffles me the fact that we've let him go. He's doing really well there, and fair play to him. But we've known we needed someone. If Dom gets injured or anything like that, we can't be just relying on Cenk Tosin to come in and fill a gap, because we lose so much when Dom's not playing. We also lose so much when Richarlison's not playing. So when either of them are out, we don't have any backups to come in, and it kills our performance. You would even say, to a certain extent now, Iwobi. Obviously we're missing Luca Dean, Alan as well, which probably would have helped us against West Ham. But yeah, we can still go and beat Arsenal, Leicester and Chelsea. So what is the story there? We need someone who can come in and play Gylfi Sigurdsson's position, because when he's good, yes, he's very good, but when he's bad, he's just woeful, and he might as well not be there. Tom Davis as well, not good enough, I think, for us. I think one more season, and if he can't make the grade, I think it's time to let go. Defensively, I actually didn't think we were that bad defensively. Yeah, you mean it was solid enough. Holgate really good. I like what that snidiness that Holgate's bringing into his game now, where when he's making a challenge, he's letting the players know, and he's getting involved with the ref and doing things off the ball and stuff like that not a lot of people are noticing, nudges in the back and stuff like that, letting players know that he's there, which I like to see from him, and hopefully that continues, and hopefully his development continues and he goes up in levels at the same time. But we need to get back to winning ways as soon as possible, and I feel as though we need to start adding in January. I know it's January now, but we need to start adding now, and adding good quality. There's talk of Sami Khedira coming in. Yes, he's an upgrade on Davies, but we've got Gabamon coming back, and we've got other players. So is he really what we need right now? I would say a striker is what we need. I would say another winger, and possibly a number 10. We're not going to get all them in this window, I appreciate that, but we should be looking at players to get in. I'm sure Marcel Brand is looking at that, and he's probably trying to get rid of players first, maybe a Cenk Tosin or something like that. He'll be looking to leave so he can play for Turkey in the Euros, and he'll be wanting first team football, because when he plays for Turkey, he's a good player, but when he plays for Everton, he's absolutely shocking. So yeah, it's a defeat. We go to Rotherham in the cup now, and it's a game that we need to see if players can step up. This should be a cup that we should be aiming to win. I'd imagine with this manager now, it's a cup that he's actually looking at trying to win as a way of getting into Europe. Albeit we are European contenders, we need European football for next season, and I think we need a trophy. It's been far too long. 1995, we all know it's far too long to be waiting for a trophy, and especially a club of our size. So I think it's time to add in January. It's a disappointing result, but look, it's a new year now, and we have to start showing a lot more, because going out and losing to West Ham, and they're not great, like they're set up very well, I appreciate that, but just looking at the players they have compared to the players we have, we should have won that game, and it just looks as though our players just didn't know what to do. Our tempo is too slow. We need players to come in who can move the ball faster, get us up the pitch, and break down defences and break down the press, because our players are too slow. It allows players to just reset and get back into position. So Let me know your thoughts anyway in the comments. Happy New Year as well, and I'll speak to you all soon. If you want more videos from me, check out Irish Football Fan TV. I'll speak to you soon.